¿Qué onda, primos?
Primas.
Y primes.
Welcome to
My Primos.
My Primos.
My
Primo
podcast. Welcome to the My Primos podcast.
My name is Fredie.
My name's Kevin Garcia.
My name is Elia Maria Madrid.
My name is Jonavina.
This is Chikume, whenever I can make it.
My Primos podcast discusses all things fandom and pop culture,
From comic books,
Movies?
To whatever obsession we have this week.
but with a Latine
Malatine.
perspective. Remember, we're all primos.
We're all primes.
Primas.
Primos.
No matter what part of the world we're from. ¿Qué ondas, primos, primas, primes, and welcome back to my Primos podcast. I'm your primo, Fredie. With me tonight is my prima and yours, Miss Spice Illustration. Say what's up, Elia.
What's up, Elia?
Look out, guys. She's good with a knife. She is. I've seen her paint with one. It's really good. It's interesting. Oh, there it is. There it is.
I open letters with this.
So didn't you draw a duck with a knife? I know that sounds
I
crazy.
did. No, God, that's a deep cut. That was like pandemic cut. Back when I first started streaming, I did a knife painting stream, and it was
There you go.
all
She's good with a knife, everybody.
Yeah.
Look out.
yeah.
She's dangerous. And tonight we have a returning primo. You might recognize him from our BIPOC episodes, and of course, they're all social media here in the comunidad of creators. We have Mr. Ray Mendoza Landa. Say what's up, Ray.
Hola, primos. ¿Cómo están? Happy to be back. Thank you for
Yay!
having me for an actual full episode.
Full episode this time. We're gonna have to
Full
rush him
episode.
out for 10 minutes of him
Yeah.
trying to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just spitting as much stuff as I can.
Yeah.
I'm like we're on a time
People
crunch.
were like, "Dude, can you let the guy talk?" And I'm like, I was not rushing him. I promise you. So I'm like, now he has a whole segment for himself, all right, Primo. So we're definitely give him his time, give him his light, so he can kind of check in with us, see what he's up to, and just talk about whatever comes up. But Primos, remember, you can follow us at My Primos Productions, and of course, follow the podcast at myprimospodcast.com and My Primos Productions, and just keep an eye on the website because it is changing. It's updating slowly. We do have some new things coming up there. I'm excited to say that we got some opportunities down the line. I'm going to say some collaborations with some people, some other companies here and there. I'm excited. There's something with the D20 involved that, you may want to look into here soon. But yeah, for the D&D fans, yes, I know. I've heard you. It's been too long. You guys enjoyed the campaign we started. Jonavina guarantees me we're going to have a full-fledged campaign. So next episode, you'll get a full hour campaign of our D&D stream. So the team will get together and we'll run through it. A full hour long episode. So stay tuned, Primos, for that.
Hell yeah.
All right. So Ray, you made time for us today, I'm happy you did. Now, unrushed. All right. You have the floor. What if somebody's just watching this for the first time? It's like, who the heck is Raymond? I don't know this guy. What about him? What about Superman? What about animation? What about wrestling comic books? What is all this? Who is Ray Mendoza? Like, who is Ray Mendoza?
That's a great question. I'm trying to figure that out myself. But for those that don't know me, yes, I am Ray Mendoza Landa. I'm a story artist currently working in animation. I've been working in animation for about 5+ years at this point. I've worked on projects and intern on projects such as Pig, the Damn Cure Poems from Tonko House. I've worked on Gremlin Secrets of the Mogwai, My Adventures of Superman, and probably my favorite project to date with Viva Calavera, Rey Mysterio contra la Oscuridad.
Yeah.
Got to work with several cool projects, hopefully several more in the future, hoping to keep working and keep making cool stuff. For some of my earlier stuff that I've done is when I was in college, I got a chance to pitch a project for my final thesis for my major in animation illustration. And I pitched an animated graphic novel titled Sol Naciente, which is about a young boy who wants to grow up to be a big, strong luchador like his dad, but he doesn't grow up with the same physique. So he kind of has to wrestle and find his own unique way. The story really much parallels my relationship with my own father, and my dad was my hero when I was growing up. And so I always wanted to be like him. And the journey that the hero has to learn in his story is that even though we all look up to our heroes, we can't always follow in their same footsteps. Sometimes we need to carve our own path to success. And that's the lesson that that's the lesson that El Sol Jr. has to learn in the comic.
I saw I went online and was when we first kind of met, we met at Mex Americon and kind of poking around. You had your book with you as well. By the way, Primos, it's a great pickup, by the way. Is it still available for the Primos to check out, by the way, Ray? Do you know where they can get their hands on it?
Physical stuff is probably really limited. If I'll probably always have a few copies if I table and stuff, but honestly, the comic's free to read online. solnacientecomic.com. I've always wanted to make the original animated version accessible and anyone can read it. There's actually music that accompanies the comic as well as you kind of read through. I will say it's buggy on iPad and mobile, sadly, but
Yes,
works great on desktop. Desktop works fine.
but I
And
love it
desktop is
because
where
I
you
was
should be
able to
reading
watch
it.
it. I mean, I was looking at my mobile. Let me
It's
see what's going
so
on. But it's good.
yeah. No, it's so immersive. I remember when you first showed it to me at BIPOC Pop. That's when I first got to see it. It's where I first met you too, and I was just like, whoa, like just mind blown. It's like, yeah, comics are comics, but like an immersive comic with animation that just like the story moves along with you. I was just mind blown. So like it to be able to consume a comic like this, it's like it's not just 2D, it's 3D, it's 4D in your mind. So like, yeah, everybody please go read it. Like it's such a unique experience to see comics and animation kind of like go hand in hand with storytelling, which is how I wish all comics were, honestly.
Right, definitely. I'm curious, Ray. You know, we've had Neil Gibson on here. We've had people from Marvel as well, and they both mentioned that the medium in which they make their comics really does matter. You know, and it's a great way to tackle a story. You know, you work in animation, you've done print, right? I mean, where do you see your style or your stories heading? I mean, is it going to be more on the digital forefront because animation is kind of what you dabble in, or will you still make? What do you think you're going to end up doing with that?
That's also another
Too
really good
heavy,
question.
huh? Too heavy. I know, man. You know what?
It's just
I should have given you like a primer.
yeah. No, it's totally fine. I think the way I want to tell stories is just telling stories takes so long. I've been working on the second book of Sol Naciente for like a while now, but I think what I want is I just want to make stories accessible. So I think print is probably where I would want to keep telling it because that's probably the fastest way for me to get it out there versus trying to like pitch it online or pitch it at a studio because that takes the whole process. I think studios are still currently animation are kind of not as gung-ho about greenlighting original projects. I think you have to have a real established name to get something kind of original picked up. Even those with established names are having a hard time getting an original IP off the ground.
Crazy.
A lot of it's like reboots right now or like just relicensing former characters and just making a show. But I think with the idea of trying to make stories accessible, doing print, doing like another animated comic, I think having something already made and tangible could be something beneficial to me in the future if I try to pitch around Sol Naciente later on. But I think as far as like the stories I want to tell, I think accessibility is a big key factor for me.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, you know, when you do your medium as well, I know you do print, you do digital, you do little animatics as well. You know, me as a consumer, because I'm a fan, right? I tell people all the time, hey, it's okay to be a fan. It's okay to be a fan. You know, I don't have to know the ins and outs. And like when I go and I geek out at conventions or I talk with Primos here online, you know, I always ask that question because even when you're into something, right, you want to consume it every which way possible. So when I was like pleasantly surprised going through your Sol Naciente, and I was like, oh man, you know, this is great. And I thought of my son. My son's 15, and he loves animation. Like he loves traditional, he loves digital. He's our editor as well, so you know I don't want him to get all big headed on this. But like he's doing like side gigs right now at 15 and like light animation and editing for people, you know. And it's like, oh shit, you know, Ray. You know, growing up, I know Sol Naciente is kind of telling a story between you and your father, and it's a great heartfelt story. What was growing up like with you in your household? Was art always like, hey, you know what, yeah, go ahead, he'll run with it, we'll support you? Or was it something you kind of had to fight through, kind of like, you know, the story you told with Son Naciente? Is there like a correlation with you know, you growing up and your career?
Yeah, I think my parents were never discouraging of me wanting to pursue art, but the thing is that with them kind of being immigrating to this country and just trying to figure out how to live in a new country, I think a lot of it was them being supportive of me, but not knowing exactly how to support me. Where like I would draw in like notebook paper, I would draw on loose computer paper. It never occurred to my parents or myself to get a sketchbook or to get like actual like real drawing materials. It was always ballpoint pens, number 2 pencils, loose pages. I would even draw. I remember this cringe when I think about it, but I would even draw within children's books. I would either add myself as a character or add new characters. So I was
That's
ruining
cute.
I was ruining
not even
stories.
cringe. That's so cool though. I like that.
I remember just drawing characters in like what was that bear? Corduroy Curious
Yeah.
Those books. I would just be adding characters, adding myself in the story, just because I
That's
didn't
so
know
cool.
what else to do, because I didn't have I just didn't have proper art materials. But my parents were never discouraging of me. It's just I don't think they knew how to properly support me in that journey.
I think that's really cool though, because like not only does that like enhance the skill of art, but also the skill of storytelling. It's like what else can I build onto this story with my own words? So it's like two skills built in one. So yeah, not cringe at all. Yo, yeah, it's just super skill. Yeah, hell yeah, that's awesome. I like I know like there's probably like really big book people who are like, oh, I'm in a book, but like when you're a kid, who cares? Like when you're a kid, who cares?
When the book gets kind of old and tired,
yeah, and when you can just like make the story better, like I don't know, that's such a cool thing to do. And honestly, like I don't know, I feel like one of the things as an artist that I notice, especially these days, like kids get iPads out the gate. Like they that's like their first tool they get. I'm like, some of these kids need to start with paper and ballpoint pen and like harness those skills there. So I don't know. I think that's great that you start building skills from that sort of like traditional point. It's sad that it's like not knowing like where to go in terms of journey, but it's really cool that like that's where you started. So I feel like there's some good skill building from the start there. Like justice, and look where it's gotten you. Like hell yeah.
You know, Ray, it's cool, man, because look at what you're doing now, right? Like you're filling in those gaps. You're filling in characters, I'm assuming, right? I don't know the details, right? Which you can share. Because he's so cagey, Primos. He's so cagey with what he can talk about. Right? He's like,
I got these NDAs, man. I got NDAs. I can't break.
Undisclosed area. He's like, I'm somewhere in the West Coast. Like he can't even tell me what state he's in.
The Western Hemisphere.
You know what? There's an ocean near me. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm like, okay, fine. You know, I assume whatever I assume. I'm gonna say he's in Alaska. I'm gonna go. He's that far gone. He's that
let's all assume. Yeah,
yes.
let's. Yo,
Primos, I want fan art of Ray. Like, in what country or what state Alaska. Do you think he is? In Alaska.
Yeah.
Just make him in Alaska. I think Alaska's good. I want
fan wrong answers only.
Only, please, at My Famous Productions. But you know, it's cool because you can appreciate it, and kind of like I said, talking to everybody when I get a chance to talk to Primos on here that can share their childhood and share how they went through their journey and kind of where they're at now. It is great to kind of understand that, hey, look, our parents were never discouraging. It just kind of, and to those of us that were either first generation, second generation, even to the fact that, you know, a third generation just don't know that art could be a career path. They don't know that art can take you there. People go like, hey, that's cute. Let me teach you how to pour some concrete. You know, like that's kind of like how I grew up. Like, hey, you know what? You like video games and you like writing. Like, you know what? That's cool and all. But I need you to go help me fix this pipe. And that's what I'm going to show you how to do, you know? Ray, I mean, what can you tell Primos out there? Maybe even, hey, by the way, not tooting my own horn. I had family over like a couple of days ago. And my, what is she? She's in third grade? I don't know how old that is. 8, 9 years old? 10, I'm guessing?
They're probably like around 8.
Something like that. So she goes, hey. And I go, hey. And she goes, so my friends had their phone on Instagram on the playground. And they were watching you. So I was like, huh?
Oh, wow.
And I go, she was like, yeah. She's like you're there. And so I had to tell them, oh, that's my tia's husband. Like, that's, and I go, because I mean, you can call me uncle. It's okay. You can call me Tio. And she's like, no, you're my tia's husband. I was like, oh, whatever.
Dang. Oh, man.
Why that separation?
I know.
But not only that, she's like, well, hey, I know him. Like, that's my tia's husband. Like, I know him. And that's like, well, because he was saying, hey, primo, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, oh, I know him. I know him. Like, no, you don't. I gave her a bunch of stickers to take to her friends. Like, you know, hey, here you go, here you go. But it's fun because now, like, I talk about being able to I gave that young lady a copy of Princesa Taco. Because I say, hey, here's the book. And then her name's Victoria. I say, hey, you know, the character in the book is Victoria.
Yeah.
Like, oh. So I remember that was something you did on stream. That there's still, she's like, oh, wow, I love it. It's one of my favorite books right now. And I told her, I said, you know, what's great about it is that I get to meet these people that grew up the same way you're growing up, you know, with family and community. And that there is now an outlet. So people that do watch this show or watch this clip, you know, Ray, what kind of motivation can you tell them? Is there something in here that, hey, yes, you can get here? Like, is there something you can tell the kiddos out there? Because I curse, but I'm not saying be that guy. All I'm saying is, you know, like, PG it, you're like, hey guys, like, yeah, what advice can you give them if they have an interest in animation or even in art, making it a career?
I think because I'm reflecting back when I was younger. First, even though as much as I loved art and wanted to make that a living, because I didn't really see any people that looked like me, I just didn't think it was possible. But the thing I can say, uh, if you have a passion for it, keep working at it. Even though you might not see anyone who looks like you in that field, be the first person that looks like you in that field, because there needs to be more of us in every venture
Right.
out there. So that's what I would say.
Definitely.
Period.
Ray, you've done a lot of work, man, in the community, and I've seen you kind of putting things out there where you want to be part of a solution, and I appreciate what you've done on there. I know you recently did a charity stream. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, of course I can talk about that. I would love to. So that kind of came about with all the ice raids that started happening in LA and downtown LA, Pasadena, Boyle Heights, and I was actually visiting that week when all the ice raids were happening. And it was an insane time. Morale was crazy low. I was doom scrolling like crazy. Went to my first protest in Boyle Heights because of everything that was kind of happening. I just kept thinking, what more can I do? What more can I do? And I remember when I was in college, one of the things that that the animation program would do, there was a subdivision in the animation program, animation club at San Jose State, that would do charitable events. And one of the things that they would do would be kind of like a streamathon, where they would partner with Extra Life and would raise money for kids with terminal illnesses, trying to get like wish lists for like their gifts for Christmas. And they would fundraise money through drawing, through events, through stuff, and all that money would go to children in need. And I was wondering, is there something I could do? Can I do something similar to that with art, but helping organizations that are advocating and trying to give resources and legal advocacy to immigrants? And when I was doing more research, I kind of discovered Streamlabs Charity, which gives all the money fundraised to the charity organization. Then I got in contact with Chirla, which was one of the organizations I was kind of like choosing or kind of looking between who I can donate to. Got in contact with them, got in contact with Rosemary, who basically advocated for us to like talk with her bosses, kind of saying like, hey, this person wants to fundraise via stream for us. And they were like, what's that? Or like, we don't really know what that is. So she kind of had to like pitch it to them and like sell them on them. And luckily they were like on board. And so they signed up to be on Streamlabs Charity. Once I was approved, I was finally able to kind of create the campaign, and I reached out to several artists that I knew that were in my circle that also were feeling what I was feeling, kind of like, hey, what if we took on commissions? We're fundraising money to support Sheila, and we'll build up to a stream where we're just going to chat, share resources, draw our commissions, take on commissions. And the whole point is just let's try to see how much money we can raise. If we can raise 1,000, great. If we can raise 5,000, even better. And 5,000 ended up being the goal. We ended up raising over $10,000 in 2 weeks.
That's awesome.
Wild. And it was a big task to pull off. Didn't do it alone. There were several people that really helped me. Yuki Okamura Wong helped with a lot of the stream assets, as well as like managing the stream. Angela Sanchez, which I'm sure you guys know.
She was on last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, check out our episode. Go back.
Yeah.
She helped a lot with the resources and also like moderating. My friend Edgar Ariano helped create some documents for us. And then obviously all the artists involved. But it was a big task, and it took a community to pull it off. And I'm glad that we were able to do it. I'm glad so many people were giving and we're feeling what we were feeling, because it resonated with a lot of people, and people wanted to be involved. People wanted to help. And I'm glad that we were able to kind of raise that much money for an organization that's really trying to help. And again, for those that don't know, Chile is a coalition of humane immigration rights.
I commend you, man. And the thing is that why I wanted to bring it up is because not only did right around that time, everybody was seeing this stuff happen, right? In our communities, regardless, like nationwide. And the fact that you in your circle decided, you know what, we got to do something. And that's always what we talk about here on the show is like, we need to make noise, right? Whatever way we can, whatever we do here, we bring attention to, we bring it up, we talk about it. Like, it's not about being afraid. It's about being informed and being prepared, right? Like, just that's really what it's about, and I commend you and your friends and your circle that just kind of came together and just really helped a lot. It helped raise morale that, hey, there is a body of people out here, this community that feels the same way you do. So I definitely commend you and your friends and your circle there. Definitely amazing work.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. And yeah, I'm just glad we were able to do something, because I was feeling hopeless, and just being informed and not staying silent and just trying to help out the community.
Definitely. We talk about that stuff here, where it gets pretty hard to kind of sit here and talk about comic books and, animation and fun. And then you kind of look out outside the window and you're like, fuck, you're like, damn, and like, we
another
try to,
fire.
right. Like, oh, here we go. What is it, Ray, that you can share with us? I mean, what is it that you're kind of maybe can give us a peek behind the curtain of what you're working on, or something that maybe you can we can all get excited about? Speaking of looking for fun things in the future, is there anything you can share?
Yeah. So as far as professionally, I'm working at Warner Brothers, where I'm working on a show called DC Superpowers. It's a brand new DC animated show for a younger audience. So far, only the title has been announced. I think there's been like a small blurb, but I don't remember what the blurb is. So, but it is superheroes. It'll be action. It'll be fun. Hopefully, it'll be streaming somewhere for people to see. I don't think that hasn't even been released either. But it's gonna be a cool show. I hope art will be released soon. I hope the characters get released soon. We've been having a lot of fun behind the scenes working on it. We've been falling in love with the characters, falling in love with the writing. You can tell when the people working on it love the show. Like, we're just drawing fan art of the characters on our own time and just kind of fill up the wall. So we're having a lot of fun working on that show. Outside of like what I do professionally, I mentioned it at the beginning of the podcast, is that I'm working on the second book of Sol Naciente. There's a second story I've been wanting to tell for like a while now, but working on it on and off, because life just keeps pulling me in different directions. Again, trying to do the charity fundraiser, the Artists for Immigrants fundraiser that we did recently, took up obviously a lot of time, so that kind of took me away. But I'm hoping to be back. Right now, my process when it comes to like making comics, I like treating it like almost like an animation pipeline, just because animation is my background. So like I wrote the script's done, I'm designing the characters, doing turnarounds of the characters, wanting to do some quick environmental studies and design the environments, do isometric like sheets for the environments, and then from there I can get into the penciling and then the inking and also animating some of the panels. But it's going to take a bit of a while, but I'm really excited. So hopefully in the near future I can announce more. I'll probably be posting kind of in progress stuff, hopefully end of this year, beginning of next year, of Sol Naciente, too. That way people can kind of follow along with the journey. And again, just making things accessible, kind of letting people in on like the behind the scenes stuff of the process of making like an animated comic. And other than that, I think I want to do another charitable venture to help again the community. That's something I'm still trying to piece together. Hopefully launching that beginning of the new year. But that's another thing I kind of want to do. So that's what I've been kind of working on in the background. It's been a full plate.
Definitely. It's crazy, but it's crazy to think that you say, hey, I don't have a lot to say, but you got a lot going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hold you to, because I googled like where you were going, like DC Superpowers. Is that right? This title?
Yeah, DC Superpowers.
Superpowers. There's nothing out here, man. Like it's very bare bones. But I'm gonna say this.
They don't want us to know yet.
There's an untitled crypto animated shorts. He doesn't have to react if nothing's there. I'm not gonna hold him to anything. That's animated crypto cartoons. The animated Blue Beetle thing. There's an new animated Clayface, which we knew about a little bit already. New Brave and the Bold. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he could be doing Swamp Thing for all I know. But Ray is keeping it close to the chest there on that one. One thing, Ray, that before we kind of cut you loose and let you enjoy your evening. First of all, thank you for just making the time, man. I know it's not easy to kind of sit down, especially when you got so much going on. But one thing that we ask here and there, some of our creators, is just that, when you hit that wall, because we all hit it, right? We hit that wall of like exhaustion, like you said, mentally drained, what have you. What is it that what's your like rocket fuel? What's your jump start? What's your matcha of creativity to kind of get you moving again? Like, you know what? Boom. That's going to get me, I'm back to creating, because we all get into that lull, right? Like, what is it that kind of pulls you out of that, right, Elia? Like, that's kind of something that every creative goes through.
Yeah.
I think what I try to do, I think it's, if I want to get back into like that passion, I just do something that's like very like, how should I say this? Like, like if I'm trying to work on a bigger project and I'm trying to find the energy to do it, sometimes just drawing something for myself or drawing something dumb or drawing something that gets me excited is a great way to kind of just get me going. And then I can have that energy and bring it over there. Or sometimes even just taking a step back. I think what I've been loving a lot recently that's been a great wind down post work is cooking. I've been enjoying cooking just because at least creatively at work, I'm like thinking nonstop, brain power nonstop. And cooking, I just follow a recipe. I can turn off my brain. Just like a teaspoon of this, a cup of this. I heat this up for like this many minutes, and just following like a step-by-step process and just not having to think and just be autopilot winds me down so much where I'm able to kind of be refreshed to kind of take more energy back into drawing. But I think it's just everything that I try to do. I want to do stuff that makes me excited, that makes me want to work on it, which is why, even though things can kind of pulling me in different directions, I've been eager to jump back into Sol Naciente too, just because I'm loving where I'm taking the designs. I'm loving where the direction that it's going. And so I think it's just make things that make you excited. And that's kind of what I try to always do. I never try to force myself to do something that doesn't entice me or excite me. I think everything that I want, especially if it's, my free time is so limited nowadays, is that anything I do, I want to be excited to do it.
Damn, that's right, man. Damn, I mean, that's the way to do it. Do what excites you. Elia, I mean, I know we kind of always kind of sit here and just, we have fun, we joke, we gab, we geek out. But, I love the fact that we can talk about serious things, right? As well as everything going on around us. We can't ignore it. And, unfortunately, with how the current situation out there, it's really making it tough. But Ray, I'm happy that people like you are out there doing the work, are out there really taking care to remember la comunidad, those that don't have a voice, those that sometimes...
Being the representation.
Exactly. Being the representation, because like you said earlier, right, and I'm kind of bringing it back, is that accessibility. Sometimes someone's not going to understand a guy behind a desk, as easier, or they'll understand an animated and a little cartoon, a little animated scene a lot more than you would a guy behind a desk telling you what's going on in the world. And for those kids in the playground watching this, first of all, you shouldn't have your phone at school on the playground. Primos, all right? Primitos, right?
Primitos.
Primito. There we go. Primitos, a new category. Yes, Victoria is my niece, okay? So yes, she is my niece to those kids out there. I'm just saying, putting it out there. Point is that the work that we do out here, be it entertaining, be it creating animations, be it creating magical Latina churra girls, like all that matters. It brings hope to the world. And Ray, thank you so much for making the time to hang with us. Where can people follow you, Ray? Where can people find your work, and where can we support you?
Really quick, I just want to backtrack a bit for Victoria. You should say like the daughter of my sister-in-law. I don't know what the relationship is like.
Right, bring it back.
Not your niece, the daughter of my sister-in-law. Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. Elia, we need a new shirt. So,
the daughter of my sister-in-law.
We should start doing that. Like, you know what?
Yeah.
I like that. Victoria.
Make like distant family titles.
Distant family titles.
But we're still primos, and on the back.
No matter where we're from, we're primos. No matter where we're from, you're still the daughter of my sister.
Yeah.
The daughter of my aunt.
Yes. Yes.
There we go.
Oh my God.
That's the one. Ray, where can people find you, man? What's your @?
You can follow me on all social media at Radio Silence, RayDioSilence, I think.
Yeah, that's such a fun play on words.
I'm not the best speller, but yeah, Radio Silence, RayDio, and the word silence. But
every time I see your username popped up, I'm like, man, I wish I could do some fun little. That's fun.
That is fun. Well, Primos, keep an eye out for Ray. Of course, stay tuned for a little more here from the Primos. Here's a little bit of Sin Color and Limonada. Stay tuned.
Que vuelven el corazón.
that was Sin Color with Limonada. Thank you so much, Sin Color, for providing music. Please go follow at Sin Color Music. She is a prima since the beginning of this series, of the show. She's been supporting us. Let's go support her. She's doing live shows. She's in school as well. She does opera. She's been trained to sing opera music. She is so talented.
And her music videos are fun. Go watch her music videos.
Yeah, definitely.
They're really cute.
At Sin Color Music, definitely. For Primos, it's me and Elia this time. And I did get a question, and I'm kind of surprised. So, don't worry. This is a safe space. Kevin Garcia's not here. To kind of right? But you'll notice that we have changed up the format a little bit, right? Now the format is where we kind of split up. We'll stagger hosting duties where sometimes it'll be me and Elia, which is the best combination, period. Or it'll be Elia and Kevin, or John and me. It'll kind of, we'll jump around a little bit, and we're limiting it to two because the guest that comes on as well can be a little bit overwhelming, have so many talking heads.
We don't want to scare everybody. It's not like a family reunion where you put you on the spot and we're all surrounding them at the dinner table, tell us everything about your life, All
they do is call me fat. That's all they do. It's oh, you're so fat. And I was
are you still doing that art thing? Are you still doing that?
Oh, tell them. Okay. Be real. Is that what you get? Are you still doing this art thing? How's that little drawing thing going?
I haven't talked to my relatives in a while, but last time, there's a reason why I don't.
Wow. My thing is always
that's a common thing. Oh,
mine is
damn.
It's they're let's say I haven't seen you in a year or whatever. They're
yeah, because my wife cooks good for me.
They're oh,
sorry, yours doesn't.
Ya estás bien gordo. And I'm yes.
Okay.
Thank you, tia.
Oh, estás bien putazo. Jesus, oh my God. Oh, estás vieja. Ya te vas a morir.
It's okay. You know what? There's more of me to love.
It's because you eat good. It's because you eat good food. Sorry, they don't.
It's because I eat.
Speaking of good food.
I eat
You
PanPan.
You went without me.
Elia, I have invited you to eat. I've literally said, Elia, let's go eat. You're I can't. I've had too much good food this weekend. I just can't hang out with you.
That's not even what I say.
Sure. You're you know what? I have real friends. We're just friends online. And I was whoa. Wow.
Whoa. Okay, whoa. Pulling up the text chain right now.
Point is,
oh my God, no.
I went to PanPan. I went to PanPan with wifey. I did a review. It's online. It's on our, of course, at My Primos Productions. And I got the thumbs up from the PanPan people. They're hey, cool. Thanks for supporting us, Primos. So that's cool.
Oh, yay.
I got to go.
Yeah, for context, this panaderia went super viral on TikTok, overnight. And it's a mixture of a Mexican panaderia and a Japanese bakery cafe. And it just smushed into one. And she's the owner herself, she's adorable. I would love to have her on the show. She's busy being successful right now. I know that. But it's just really cool how because I'm a super into weeb Japanese culture. And so to hear her talk about matcha pan dulce or Hokkaido cream pan dulce. I'm are you kidding me? This is my dream. I need to try this right now. And to this day, she still has a 2-hour line around the freaking building.
I was lucky enough to wait and do it, but they're very considerate. They have umbrellas out.
Yeah,
they literally have umbrellas and ice water.
That's community.
The line is they're chill. They're very chill. And I even saw a dad bring his daughters and her son, and they were kind of watching people come and go. And one little comment was kind of cool. He's you know what, Dad? That's what it should be like. People just want to come grab a cup of coffee, their snack, and just leave. This is what it should be like. This is how it should be like. Hey, we're embracing this in the neighborhood, and there's a lot of love there. The community is really excited to give her support.
Yeah,
definitely, guys. The PanPan Bakery, they're out in the Arlington area. They're really Arlington adjacent. I went there with wifey, just kind of no expectations. Just saw the same viral videos, and I was surprised. It's good. The food, the pan is good. The coffee tastes like coffee, and the matcha tastes like matcha.
I want a matchas
it's
from
not
there so bad.
Because I hate going to big chain coffee places because it's just fucking ice with a syrup splash.
A whisper.
a
Yeah.
whisker of fucking matcha. Like it's like I
Yeah.
hate it. It's like this is what I paid $6 for.
Yeah.
It's insane. But I really loved it. Me and wifey had a good time. But it's one of those things where you're like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit to get in there once the hype comes down a little bit. But I don't think it's gonna stop. To be fair, I think people are really gonna
No,
just embrace
good.
it. Just gonna embrace it.
It's a
Went to
cool
PanPan, it's
concept.
fun. My little bread thing.
PanPan. It's
Um,
such cute. Such a cute
yeah,
environment.
I think if I can, I don't know if I can show the back of my shirt. Yeah, it says
Oh, there
life
it
is
is.
short.
Oh, concha. Oh,
Life is short. Eat the pan. What is that?
that's so cute. I'm gonna die. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
but it's fun. You should go, Elia. You know, one
I
day
need
that
to.
you just make the time to come out
Yeah.
this far outside of the world. But that's what I was doing recently, and of course, you know, I discovered something that you may, I don't know if you're on board or you're off board, but
Mm.
it's going to be controversial to some. My wife didn't
Oy.
like it, but I kind of liked it, and I don't know how I feel about it. So I'm going to say this out loud. Brahms is making Mexican adjacent nieves and ice creams, and they're doing a fresas con crema, and they're also doing a mangoneada with like what was it? Nothing. Yeah, mangoneada. Yeah,
Tajin?
not tahini. What's the other one? Chamoy.
Chamoy?
Yeah, chamoy. And you can buy the pint of chamoy, mango chamoy at Brahms.
Dude, I fucking love Brahms. I love Brahms so much. We gotta end this right now because I gotta go drive to Brahms right now to
For those who
go
don't
buy
know,
it.
if you're in another part of the country, Brahms is pretty much like a grocery store slash burger spot slash ice cream.
Yeah, it's like a
Like,
little mart
yeah,
pit stop. Yeah.
yeah.
And funny enough, so I didn't grow up in the DFW area. So the first time I had Brahms was when I came over when I went to college. So I was like 18. And ever since then, I've been a changed woman. I'm like this, like, I love everything at Brahms. And one other thing I love about Brahms is they have like no sugar added flavors.
They do.
Like, and so I appreciate places that do that too. Granted, I don't always get the sugar free like options. I love full sugar sometimes, but
They have
I'm really
froyo
intrigued
kind of
now.
too. So
I have to go try because I love mango chamoy. Like that's one of my favorite power combos. So I have to go try it. I'm not gonna knock it. I'm not gonna knock it till I try it.
You gotta try it because
And the fresa one.
I had it. I brought the pint home thinking, oh, my wife's gonna love it, and she's like, no. Let the Mexicans
No.
make the Mexican stuff. Like this is not that. This is not that
Oh
good.
no.
I tried
Okay.
it, and then thinking back, I'm like, I don't hate it, but it's a
Yeah.
little too creamy. Like it's very rich,
Okay.
super creamy.
Oh, I'm
And
gonna go
the
to Brahms like tomorrow now.
and the chamoy is very like a little too tangy at the end. It just doesn't. I don't know. It's like they don't have the
Okay.
right mix.
They got to
It's
get one
not.
of us in the room.
They need real Mexicans
They need
making
one of us in
flavors.
the room.
But
Okay.
I figure it's very Hispanic Heritage Month también. Like, oh, I guess.
You know what?
Like,
Hey, yeah.
I'm just
Some of
saying.
the things I'm like, okay, thanks. You know, I'm not going to be unappreciative if they're trying, you know?
I'm not doing thumbs up. I just have like messed up thumbs. I'm just saying like they're like right here
Yeah.
mid thumbs. It's okay. I mean Brahms is
Yeah.
Brahms is Brahms and it is what it is. Speaking of chamoy or tajin, you said you got some tajin.
Yeah.
What was it?
I
Makeup?
did. Yeah. So Selena Gomez's makeup brand, Rare Beauty, she partnered with Tajin, and I've never purchased her makeup before. I like just because I don't buy bougie makeup. I'm not a rich girl. I'm a drugstore makeup girly. But Tajin, I'm the queen of spice. Okay, so I'm like, I gotta try it. And so I got the bundle. It's a lip color plus a cheek. You can't even see the cheek color on me anymore because I've rubbed my face. But this is Tajin, the color. It's sparkly. This is the worst camera for me to show this on. I'll have to make another video, but it smells like mango. It smells really good. It smells tropical. But I was like, I have to get it. I have to try it. And honestly, like, it's great. This is going straight in my purse. I'm gonna carry it everywhere. Plus, I love things that sparkle gold. I love wearing gold.
That's your
So
sparkle, your tajin. So it's like tajin makeup. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
It was
to
cool.
that.
I was like, why not? I'm gonna get it. And no, it's cool. I like the products. I'm not a bougie makeup girl, but they were fun. I was like, I love a good collab like that. Why not?
Interesting. You know what? Like
Yeah.
Tajin's one of those things that I've rarely. It's not. I don't hate Tajin, but I just don't consume
Yeah.
enough things that require Tajin. I guess is what it is.
Oh. I have
Like
3 bottles in my cabinet at all times. I put it on everything.
just in case.
But well, because I usually like buy fruit. Like I usually have strawberries on hand, or grapes, and I put chamoy and a little bit of tahini on top. That's one of my favorite things to do for dessert because I gotta eat better ever since my gallbladder surgery, but I still love indulging. But I love tahini. It's so good to put on sweet things. And I love it on mango when I can afford mango.
No man, mango's expensive. Fruiting's expensive.
Dude, they are. It's so.
I don't know. It's hard because you want to eat better, you want to eat right, and then it's like you're priced out of eating right. You know what I mean?
I know, it's stupid.
It's dumb. It's dumb. Don't you wish you can go back to a time where, like, way back, way back, like feudal Japan?
Oh,
times.
Jesus Christ!
I tried. I'm trying to get
No,
you
I
there.
love it. It's a great segue. That's the best segue.
Well, you can find fruit in the wild, and run into demons and half demon dogs
boy.
and boys. Elia, what did
Keep
you
going,
get to
keep going.
finally?
Oh
What is
man,
it? Fox children and
fox. Oh yeah, fox children and a big magical cat,
a big magical cat
a
named
boomerang.
Kirara.
Yeah. So for the segue leading into, I finally finished the entire series of Inuyasha. Not just like the first anime run through, but the final act series that came out after the 26 episodes. Finally finished that. Because when I first watched it, I only watched through like, I don't know, episode like 100. And then I just dropped it. Either like that's all that was airing on Adult Swim and I just didn't care anymore or whatever. Yeah. I can't remember why I stopped watching it. So I was like, okay, we're going to watch it all the way through again. And I did. The biggest surprise, please anime fans do not come for me. The biggest surprise
for a show that's like 25 years old. Keep going.
It ain't no fucking it's been out. I don't understand how this show had such a chokehold on so many people back in the day because it's not great.
It is not good.
It's not. And like the whole time, like I'm looking at it like a D&D party. And like the entire party that's with Inuyasha, they all suck. Like they don't support at all. Shippo, useless as hell. Sango is only useful when it's very dire, but she gets distracted because Kohaku's still half alive.
Doesn't he just turn into like a little
into
thing?
Like a fucking bubble.
Yeah.
Like a stupid ass bubble, maybe, and it's not even like and then Moroku's like, I have a wind tunnel, but I can only use it like 3 times in my life before it sucks me in itself. And then Kagome just whines all the time, so Inuyasha's got to carry the party. Well, I love Inuyasha, the character. I'm like, you know what? He's done nothing wrong. Every time he gets mad, it's valid because y'all are all pissing me off. Like, but. Whatever. I don't know.
Kagome is always getting in trouble. It's always the what was it, that whole meme of like Kagome? It's always
Kagome.
Like, yeah, exactly.
I don't know. It's just so. I'm just like, God. I would also be this pissed off if I were Inuyasha because everyone's acting a damn fool and I got to do everything. Like,
so here's my take on Inuyasha. What I remember that I actually enjoyed. I enjoyed at the time because we were limited on what we were able to consume, right?
Yeah.
Whatever you got your hands on. It was Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Inuyasha. You're like, okay, well, I don't have much to go off of, right?
Yeah.
But the world building was great. Like I like the idea of the world building, like the whole idea of demons and the humans and
just feudal Japan. Versus modern world.
Exactly, that idea. And I'm a sucker. Everybody knows I'm a sucker for time travel. Like I love anything with time travel or stuff like that. I just eat it up. But I do recall just kind of like the idea of it's a shonen, yet it's not. Because Inuyasha is learning new things about himself, his past, and always in the shadow of his big bro, Sesshomaru, and which I can appreciate the character design. Like it's just so well done. Like even the villains were great done with the shards.
Yeah.
And
I loved a lot of the villains. A lot of the villains were fun to watch. Yeah.
Yeah, one of my favorite villains is one of the main ones, the girl with the hair and the comb that she uses as a weapon. Like I love that villain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
she's a great bad guy. And even I didn't like Koga, the wolf boy, very much, but
I
he
love
became.
him.
Oh my god! Of
I
course
love
you
him
do.
because he's annoying.
Yeah, he's very annoying.
I
He's
was
very
just like,
annoying.
oh, come in and give me some comic relief because this group sucks.
You do need Koga, and I do like the voice actor
Yeah,
for Koga. He's also the voice actor
yeah.
for I think one of the characters in I'm blanking the boxing one, Hajime no Ippo.
Oh, nice.
Which I love that anime too. By the way,
Yeah,
that you can watch like Rocky. Like every so often you
yeah,
can watch Hajime no Ippo, and you just get sucked right in. And it's
yeah.
such a great anime, great manga. But did you ever get into Yashahime or no?
I tried. I watched like the first 5 episodes, and I was like, I don't care enough to continue. I was just like, okay. And I was also very, very bothered by the fact that Shishomaru and Rin became canon.
That's
I'm just like,
true.
I'm like, I don't like that. I don't like that. But I tried to put that aside mentally, and I still was just like, what are we doing? I don't understand why the plot is plotting because I don't care. Like I thought we were okay, but whatever. If people enjoy it, that's great. I think I will give the voice acting choices that they got for Yashahime were great. I was like, okay, the voice actors are giving it like it's better than the original series for sure, but I just don't care about the
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the characters weren't likable. I didn't really get drawn into any of the characters, and everything was trying to live off the shoulders of Inuyasha for whatever that was worth.
Yeah.
So, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, it's not
I mean,
amazing, but
yeah. I will say if you want to get into a work by is it Rumiku Takahashi who did this one?
let me look it up for you
I
here. I
believe
think so.
so. Ranma One Half, the
Yeah,
second season's about
yeah,
to come out on Netflix. Yeah, yeah. So Ranma One Half, a lot better of a series to get through.
it's fun.
Same author, same mangaka. And yeah, the season 2 is about to come out on Netflix. So I'm really excited. I've been really enjoying the reboot. So
You know something you should watch? Me and wife have been watching it and really enjoying it. It's a
yeah,
Gachakuta. Gachakuta has
Gacha
been
Kuta.
really Gachakuta. It is a female mangaka as well.
Oh,
And
nice.
she made it a mission to like draw in this interesting art style, and also like because they use a lot of graffiti art, and they use a lot of that, and so she brought in like graffiti artists to help kind of fill in some of the backgrounds and the artwork, and
Yeah.
it's really well done. And the premise is pretty interesting. Do you remember that arc in One Piece where like Skypiea and like
Yeah.
okay, so picture this world where we have the elite rich people wearing weird cloud clothing, basically,
Yeah.
almost looks like it, and they throw out their garbage, and there's like a sub level of people that live there and kind of live off of their runoff, their garbage. They're second class citizens, if you will. They have no rights, no real protection, and the elites kind of have they run the show. And so you
Hmm.
meet a character who loves discarded things, and he loves to
Yeah.
fix them and like kind of make them better again, and kind of like fixes broken toys and tries to sell them. And he gets picked on by other people, unfortunately, because he wears these massive gloves that kind of you learn that he's kind of has like damaged hands, like something's happened to him when he was
Oh,
young,
okay.
and he
Yeah.
wears these gloves to kind of cover up those scars and help with the pain because they're painful. And there's a girl that kind of like he has a crush on, and kind of like, oh, this is cute, you know. um he gets a it's the first episode, so I don't want to give too much away.
Yeah.
Something major happens that
Uh
he's accused of committing a capital crime. He's
huh.
basically accused of committing murder. I'll put it out there. He's accused of committing
Yo.
murder, and it's something that you don't expect. I'm not
Hmm.
saying it's a little girl. I'm not saying it's somebody else. All I'm saying is that it's really very violent, and he gets blamed for it just
Yeah.
because he's there. Oh, you're the one. He did it. And what they do there for executions is they drop them off the edge of this like void, and they throw them off the edge where they throw like garbage, like the dump. Turns out when they fall like miles and miles and miles and miles and miles. Boom! It's like trash monsters are attacking people that are made up of like these all these discarded garbage and things. but there's a whole society down there of people, like towns and currency and vehicles and people that are like
Huh.
can fight these trash beasts and have these
Yeah.
because they have special items. And these
Mhm.
items are strong and are unique to them because they give the attention and the care to their item. Like, for example, one character has an umbrella that's his weapon, and the reason being is that only he can use it because he's the one that gives it care, gives it love. So this
Aw.
different item, and he uses like the umbrella, the superpowers, and all this stuff. And so this character ends up down there, and he ends up trying to just survive. And he gets picked up by one of the characters that we meet, and they basically learn that he has the ability to make anything his special item. Anything that he touches that's a discarded item, he can create a weapon out of it. And so
Oh my
they
god.
basically recruit him, and they go through a whole story, and it's insane. The artwork is great. The the content is great. They have the leader of hey, we're all about BIPOC characters. They have BIPOC
Yeah.
characters here. There are heroes. The leader of the clan is this like black couple.
Yo.
They don't shy away from just they do so well. The mangaka that made this said that she wanted it to be something completely different, and it is
Hell
completely
yeah.
different. The one shitty part, every episode, and this is what comic books do, and they're good about it, ends on a nasty cliffhanger. Every
Oh,
single
I love
episode.
that. No, I love that. Make it do that. I'm tired of stuff not doing that. No, I
Yeah.
love that. Let's
So I
fucking go.
recommend Gachakuta. The artwork
Okay.
is awesome. The animation is great. The voice acting's fun. It's great. I recommend it highly. I'm a fan, and Primos, definitely let me know if you guys check it out. It's a
What's it on?
blast. It's on Crunchyroll.
Okay.
And that's where we watch it. I don't know if it's on
Hell yeah.
anything else, to be fair, because I've
Okay.
canceled my Disney and my Hulu.
Same.
Okay,
Yep.
so I don't watch that anymore,
Ditto.
and but yeah, Crunchyroll has been good so far until they ban that somehow. So we'll see
Yeah.
what Texas has down the line for us here.
Hell
But
yeah.
Elia, I know we talked about this a little bit earlier with Ray, and that our next convention would be Mex American.
Yep.
I'm I think we're all going to be there. I think Kevin, yourself, and
Yeah.
and we'll be there for fun. Just kind of keep an eye out, Primos, for that. I know we'll be
Yep.
announcing a lot more as they pop off here. Is there anything coming up that you want to let the Primos know, maybe support you, or go apoyarte in the Dallas area?
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna be at a Hispanic Heritage Month celebration at the Dallas Library, the Illinois Library. I put the exact one on my socials, but I will be there on October 4th. So in next week. So when this episode comes out, the weekend. So I'll be there Saturday morning for a couple hours. I'll only have a limited table inventory because I'm only allowed to take stuff that's kid friendly. So I've got to get rid of half my table. That's okay.
No phallic stuff? Oh well.
Yeah, no phallic stuff, and none of the comic books that say fuck. So that leaves me with Princesa Taco, which is fine. But yeah, I'll be there, celebrating La Cultura, selling my wares. I think along with a few other creators, there's gonna be like Folklorico and
cool.
a bunch of I'm like great. I get to sell my art. I'm gonna go have fun. Like, I'm really excited. So I'll be there, and then Mex American after that.
Cool. Well, guys, remember I know your streams are gonna start up again soon, Elia. Or you still
Yeah, I
doing
start
that?
up this week. Yeah, I had a little burnout hiatus the past couple weeks due to everything happening in the world.
Everything happening. But
Yeah.
just go check out Elia, of course. Check out John Avina. Check out Kevin Garcia.
Mhm.
And, of course, check out your Primos here at My Primos Productions. I'm not kidding when I say that we have things in the works, guys, in the
Hell yeah.
pipeline. Get ready for our next episode. Would be our D&D episode. So those that were asking about that, we have that coming. I'm excited for that. We'll be
Yeah.
working with, of course, GGTs. GGTs. Aaron has been really kind to kind of
Yeah,
give us some swag. Elia's wearing one of them. Go check out, of course,
80/20.
GGTs. We have a link, and of course, if you in our bio, if you use the code
Mhm.
Primos, my Primos, in the you get a discount. Then you get a 15% off. So it saves you some cash, and of course,
Yep.
you give us some love. Let them know the Primos sent you there.
Yeah.
And I want to just thank Ray, of course, for visiting with us today. Go check out
Mhm.
him and his work. And as always, Primos, check in on each other. You never
Yeah.
know who needs a quick call, a quick text. As times get rough and interesting here, It's only been 9 months, and it's got this. It's interesting. So as things move along, we gotta just look out for each other, look into each other, check in with each other, and I
Yeah.
always say it. No matter where you're from, we're all primos. Take care.
Take care, my friend of my probably second cousin, third removed.
Friend of the guy that I know went to school with Javier and then ended up. Thank you for watching this week's My Primos podcast. And thank you to our audio listeners. We haven't forgotten about you. Definitely appreciate you listening out there. My Primos podcast is a product of Chipume and My Primos Productions. Check out My Primos Productions for more Latino-centric geek culture and our views all over social media at My Primos Productions. If you like Magic the Gathering, check out the new show, Puro Pinche Magic. Magic for the Latino with the Latino lens.
Como una rosa entre espinar salta, mi amor.
Big shout out and thank you to our guest, Ray Mendoza Landa. Definitely check him out at Ray, R-A-Y-D-I-O, Radio Silence on social media, and his comic, free of charge, solnacientecomic.com. Doing amazing work, people. Let's support him as he supported our community. And this week's show is hosted by Primo Fredie and Elia Maria Madrid. Check Elia's work out at Spice Illustrations, all over social media, and of course Twitch, Spice Illustrations. Music provided to us this week, of course, always by the amazing Sin Color. Follow them at Sin Color Music for amazing music, visuals, and of course supporting Prima. Thanks to everybody following along and helping us regain our grip back on our accounts on social media. A lot going on. We've had new primos join the fray. We have a new show and of course new things in the works. I want to thank everybody as always. No matter where you're from, we're all primos. Hasta la próxima.